Hey, what's up everybody? This is Josh from My Alpha Empowerment, and today we're going to cover the topic of being self-dependent. And we're going to talk about the importance of being self-dependent so you can start showing the traits that a real alpha male would show. As I was thinking about confidence, I wanted to actually look up the real definition of what it actually means. So I went online and I typed in confidence on dictionary.com, and the first and the second definition is full trust, belief in the powers, trustworthiness, or reliability of a person or thing. And number two, this is my favorite right here. You guys ready? Belief in oneself and one's powers or abilities, self-confidence, self-reliance, assurance. I mainly want to focus on the self-reliance part because in today's society, a man being self-reliant is almost a rare thing. Some of the synonyms for confidence: faith, reliance, dependence. Dependence. I'm going to say it again. Dependence. So self-dependence. You cannot underestimate the power of self-dependence. Whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are seeking to date more beautiful women, self-dependence is going to be one of the major key principles to success. And why is that? Why is self-dependence so important? Like, why can't we just type stuff in online and ask everybody's advice and ask all of our friends what do they think, ask our girlfriends what do they think? The reason it's so important is because you are responsible for your own life as a man. And a lot of guys just don't get that. They think that everything that happens in the world is everybody else's fault, and they never take personal responsibility for what goes on in their own life. So let's just give an example here. Let's say you're on a first date with a beautiful girl, and I'll give you an example of somebody that is not self-dependent. So this guy, he picks his girl up, and let's say they go to get coffee. And when they walk into a shopping mall, there's two different coffee shops. And the first thing that he states is, "Hey, what kind of coffee do you like?" And she's like, "Well, I like it all. I like it all. It doesn't really matter." He's like, "Well, you know, pick where you want to go. I mean, I'm not really sure. Do you think we should go here? I mean, should we go over here? Whatever you want to do, you know, just take the lead. Just whatever you want to do." And that sounds crazy, but a lot of guys really do that in real life. So let's talk about the importance of self-dependence when it comes to dating beautiful women. Now, a lot of you guys, you don't know what it's like to really feel self-dependent because all of your life, you know, whether in school or growing up, everybody has told you that your opinion stinks, that what you believe isn't true. And you know what that does to you? It pushes you down and down and down. Now, when you go to date a girl, those down remarks that people made to you will keep you down there, and you'll start to grab for this and for that for your own self-worth and your own dependence. And it makes you look weak. It makes you look insecure. And what are women most attracted to? Security, self-dependence, and number one, confidence. Confidence means dependent on one's own self-belief. One of the worst things I've seen guys do, including myself, was asking other people's opinions about someone they like, about a girl that they have a crush on. They go to their friends and they say, "Hey dude, can you talk to her for me and just find out if she likes me?" Or you talk to your wing girl and you're like, "Hey, can you talk to your friend and just please just figure out if she likes me or not so I can make a move?" The problem with that is now you're insecure. You're doubting whether she likes you or not. And what does an alpha male do? He assumes that everybody likes him. He assumes that everybody respects him. And what that does is it draws people in. It draws girls in. It draws success. It draws money. It draws all of that. And let me tell you guys, that is very important. I recently thought of the most amazing analogy of self-dependence I could ever think of. So here you've got a vine, and here you've got a big tree. And the example is this. So the vine represents dependence on other people. The tree represents self-dependence. Now this vine that you see growing up, what does it do? It connects with all of the branches of the tree for its own survival, really. And what that really is in real life is like comparing a person that has to weave in other people's minds, weave in their attitudes and opinions to get their own structure and their own support. As where the tree is going to represent a man that is grounded in his own strength, a man that is grounded in his own talents. And that tree will last way longer than some stinking vine. And if someone tries to rip it out, they won't be able to, unless they get a lot of people to tear it down. But the vine, all you got to do is go down to the ground, snip it with a pair of little scissors, well, maybe big scissors, but it's a lot harder to take that tree out. And that's what I want you guys to become. I want you to become that strong tree of foundation, that strong tree that is grounded in his own power. And nobody will be able to destroy that. Nobody. Okay, so you guys might be saying, Josh, that sounds great, you know, I've heard this before, I mean, I know it's pretty much true, but how do we actually go about becoming self-dependent? How do we do it? Do we just say, I'm going to be self-dependent, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that? Well, it's really not that easy. It is, but it isn't. The hard part is letting go of all the stuff you've been grabbing onto for that dependency. Honestly, if you're a wealthy man already, you could be dependent on your own finances as your security as a man. Like you could be using that money as your staple of confidence. And the problem with that is it's external, it's out here. And my alpha empowerment is teaching guys to go within, inside you. Every one of you have this ability. And I'm here to teach you guys how to go within so you can see the good results on the outside. So number one, what you want to do is you want to remove everything that you're dependent on. Now, I'm not saying quit your job, you know, let go of your fitness and your health. I'm talking about where your dependence is psychologically. When you're on a date with a beautiful girl, is your dependence on her opinion? Is it on how you feel at that present time? When you are on the job, is your confidence in the other workers there, your coworkers, or is it in yourself? That's the first thing we got to do. We got to go within and we've got to determine what we're really being dependent on, okay? The second step is to start making your own decisions by yourself. Whether you're on the job, whether you're on a date, whether you're out buying groceries, whether you're working out, start focusing on making your own decisions as a man. And as you do this, your ability to be decisive and to be self-dependent will grow even more. The number one worst thing a guy can be dependent on is other people's opinions about them. The reason why this is so terrible and so terrifying is because that is going to continually go up and down, side to side, up and down, really low, really high, and if your ego, your confidence, all that is riding on other people's opinions about you, you are going to be very, very, very unstable. Very, very unstable. And that is a problem. It's going to hinder you from success. It's going to hinder you from results in your life. And we've got to be dependent on our belief about ourselves. Look within, look at your strengths, look at what you're good at. Don't ask anybody's advice. If you have a passion, if you have something that you want to go for, just go for it. You don't need to ask anybody's advice about it. All you need to do is trust your own self. And the fun part about that is you're going to make mistakes. In society, we act like it is like the devil if you happen to make a mistake. Okay? Life is not about being perfect. Life is about getting out there, experiencing the good, experiencing the bad, and determining what you really want in life. And let me tell you, that is going to be the number one place you want to be for self-dependence, because you know what's right, you know what's wrong, you know what works, you know what doesn't work, you know what turns off a girl, you know what turns her on. And let me tell you, nobody Nobody in this world can take that from you. It's a wonderful thing once you tap into this power. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. I hope you guys learn how to become self-dependent. And when you are on the web, it's okay to look things up for other opinions and blah, blah, blah. But if you make that the #1 staple of your confidence as a man, it's not good. It's bad. Last but not least, I want to talk about some mistakes that I have made that have caused me much pain and sorrow. The #1 mistake that I've made was determining my fun on other people. And when you get a hold of this truth, when you learn how to like be in your own little party by yourself, let me tell you, it's so amazing. People want to come in your life. More friends will come in your life. Girls will be attracted to you. Alrighty. So I know all you guys came on here today to learn about some trees and some of these vines. You know, you really wanted to learn about this stuff, so that's why you're on the website today. That's why you're on YouTube. I just wanted to clarify my analogy before. It just so happened where I was filming, I look over and there's a vine growing through a tree. So I know this is so elementary, but I just want to show you so you can get that mental picture of what I was talking about. So we've got all these vines growing through this beautiful pine tree, and as you can see, I'm able to tear off these vines because they're weak, and all the support is based on this tree and it's not on the vine itself, as you can see. So what I was talking about was, I want you to be the tree and not the vine. This vine is needy, it's clingy, it has to cling on to this tree for support. And this tree, all of the power is in the root system and in that stump that grows high. And believe me when I tell you this, that most people are the vine. They like to suck on everything else. They want to suck the life out of everybody else around them, when all the energy, all of your empowerment as a man has to come from your own being, from your own confidence and your own ability to do what you want to do in life. So that was a quick tip. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. So to recap, the first step is to totally detach yourself from everybody else's advice and opinions regarding your own decisions. And the second step is to start exercising your own choices as a man, to start going out and to start doing the things you love and enjoy to do, to start chasing down the passions that are inside of you as a man. And like right now, it's bitterly cold out here, and I gotta be a man, and I gotta get inside. That's my decision, okay? There's some people that'll stay out here and suffer, but me, I'm a man, so I'm gonna go inside.